here's what we're going to do. We're going to pull one card, which is going to contain one Hungarian word. And if you're not a speaker of Hungarian, this is a little game that we do on this channel every time I make these types of videos. So we've got the card, we've got the word, and I would like to ask you to try and guess what it means based on what it sounds like. So here we go. Józanság. 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 Okay. So, what do you think it means? Leave your guesses in the comments. And now, let me reveal what it really means. It means sobriety. Sobriety, or even common sense. Having common sense. Not being under the influence of substances or one's own delusions. A type of clarity which is achieved by shedding the layers of distortions which could negatively influence our ability to evaluate things, situations, and people. So, sobriety is an important topic. There are many people amongst us who are struggling with substance abuse issues. Alcohol is a big one. It's very addictive. And many people who have these really painful psychological experiences and trauma that they're unable to deal with, they get hooked on the substance, which allows them to feel a little less pain momentarily. Then, of course, there's a big price to pay, but it's one instance of self-medication that doesn't really work. And then, of course, there are other people addicted to other substances. You can get addicted to anything, and that is going to cloud your judgment. It's going to narrow your perceptions and limit the mobility of your thoughts. And then there's the sobriety from one's demented thoughts or distorted perspectives. That, in a certain sense, is even more difficult to achieve because there you don't have the external causal object that you can point your finger at and say, this is the thing that is ruining me. These internal delusions, these misguided ways of thinking, they are so organically intertwined with who we are sometimes. And when it crosses into the pathological level, we speak about personality disorders in this case, for example. And so it can truly become a chronic experience that you just you're unable to decipher the clear picture, the objective, quote-unquote, objective truth out of a situation, and you're just bamboozled by your own ideas. So what is the tarot trying to convey here regarding sobriety or clarity, common sense? What is the message here to all of us who are watching, to all of us participating in this moment, this this healing moment where we're trying to explore topics and questions that we don't regularly ask ourselves. So, what is the message here? Okay. This is the King of Swords. It's called the Knight in the Crowley system, but in terms of its rank, it is equal to kings. So this is the King of Swords, practically. Swords represent the mental, cognitive realm. The King of Swords is the king of analysis, the king of objective, impartial truths. And he achieves clarity by way of careful scientific investigation of what is real and what isn't. In a certain sense, the way our consciousness works, we're all naive scientists, meaning we are collecting data, we're analyzing that data, and we're trying to infer some types of conclusion. We're looking for correlations. We're looking for ways to predict the next step, the next event which is likely to occur. So we're constantly building these theories of how the world works and how other people operate, and we're making predictions based on that. So the King of Swords is asking you to take this game to the highest level, to make a conscious effort, a deliberate cognitive investment into this process. It happens automatically for most of us. We see the world, we interact with it, we gather information, we try to create categories and sort that information and look for connections, look for patterns. So when this happens completely automatically without conscious supervision from the mature and cognitively well-developed parts of ourselves, it can lead us awry in many cases. And so the tarot is asking you to take the time, take the effort, and invest it into this process. Monitor it closely. Watch the thoughts as they arise regarding a situation. I'm going to give you an example, okay? So for example, you walk into your workplace in the morning, and you bump into one of your colleagues that you don't know very well, and you say good morning, and they just completely ignore you. They don't say it back. And so what happens in that situation is what happens for you internally, it depends on your personal history, on your temperament, on your personality, on your experiences so far with life and with that colleague, and all kinds of information that you may be picking up on consciously or subconsciously. And so a lot of different interpretations of that event are possible for you. But let's say you get triggered by that and you say, this person is incredibly rude. I'm going to try and avoid them from now on because they are obviously ignoring me. They don't care about me. They might have a problem with me. So let's proceed this way. It's safer to assume that they are out to get me. So what you can do in such a situation, you can observe these automatic evaluations of the situation arising. the and simultaneously as it's happening, reminding yourself that this is the cognitive appraisal phase of your experience, which is contaminated by your psychological vulnerabilities and your personal history. And so a lot of the conclusions that you draw here, they should be taken with a grain of salt. And if it's really important for you to build a good relationship with that colleague, or if it's just overall important for you that you have correct and based in reality assumptions about the situations that you partake in, then you need to enter into a moment of sobriety. And whatever helps you in this situation, it may be you writing it down, you breaking it apart, looking at all the components, all the possible interpretations that you can think of, regardless of how plausible you think those interpretations are, listing them and just making yourself aware of the wide variety of alternative solutions to the problem that's being offered to you, that in and of itself can have a sobering effect. So we're looking for methods and ways of inviting those higher levels of awareness and that state of sobriety about your situation. And the way to do it is by increasing the level of involvement and the level of investment into this process in a cognitive sense. So I hope that you enjoyed this reading. Let me know in the comments if you did. Like this video, subscribe to my channel if you enjoy my content, and see you next time. Bye bye.